Starting our day up at the Gibson Lake trailhead here after a quick hike slash skin from the lower road closure. Good morning from the slopes here of Gibson Lake. Today we're going to be hiking Whale Peak via the Whale's Tail Couloir. For a full trail guide of the Whale's Tail Couloir, you can check the link in the description below. Obviously this is later in the day, but to start your hike, you're going to want to take this road here. So this is the Hale Valley Campground over here. We'll follow that road for about 1.5 miles, and then on the left, you'll see the Gibson Lake trailhead, and that's where the official trailhead is. But in the winter and in the spring, you're very unlikely to get there. Nothing like working up a sweat at 4 in the morning, but just working our way up towards the lake right now. And yeah, this one definitely requires an early start. It's about yeah, anywhere between 6 to 8+ miles depending on the time of year, and it's a good intro couloir to ski, to climb, but it does face east, so you want to get an early start on it. First look at this beautiful valley in the alpenglow up on Whale Peak, which is right in front of us. First view of Whale Peak, and then the tail, which I'll show you closer, is right to the left. Beautiful out this morning so far. Just trying to get to it before the snow warms it up too much. Whale's Tail Couloir is about a 700-foot climb, and steepness wise it's like 35 to 40ish, so think of that as like a double black diamond at a resort kind of deal. A little bit higher maybe, but it's not super steep. But the challenging thing about this one is, like I said, it faces east, so the sun just starts blasting it right away, and even later in the year wet slides are going to be a problem here. So just make sure you start early. We started right around 4 a.m. It's about 6 now, and we're just about at the base, so moving okay. Nick's probably a lot faster. By that I mean Nick is much faster than me, so he's probably at the base of this thing already, but we wanted to be off it by 8, and that should be no problem at this point. Up at Gibson Lake here, just right on the other side. Good view of the tail. So you can go one of 2 ways. The most logical for us today, since there's a boot, is over there, and then cut across, and then you'll start up the couloir. You'll see Whales Peak is the obvious one right in front of you. And yeah, just absolutely gorgeous up here this morning. The early starts suck, but the views always make up for it. Looking back down to Gibson Lake there, still partially frozen at least. All right, I'll transition. Got the crampons on, got the tool out, and heading up. Still very crisp, which is nice. The overnight freeze was pretty good. The drone footage, you'll see the big slide right in front of us. I believe that's from last weekend, but that's just a reminder of what can happen with this snow once it warms up. So definitely want to get off of it before you can go like ankle deep. It's the old expression, but honestly, if you're ankle deep, it's probably too late. Yeah, if you're wondering what this weird unicorn looking thing is, it's for the 360. I'm trying to see if I can get some better angles so it's not like super disorienting. Looking up in front of us here, Nick is like almost about to top out, and there's two climbers in front of us, or in front of me I should say. So it's impossible to tell from here, but this middle part of the whale's tail, basically from here to where my fingers end and those two people are, is the steepest. So it's actually weird because most couloirs get steeper as they get higher. This one sees its steepness in kind of the middle, and then as you get to the top, it eases up. So very kind of counterintuitive to what you're used to. So just save your legs for that. Looking down, back to Gibson Lake. Again, this is the steepest part, so I'll try to show you the grade here. Hard to put in perspective though. So anyway, getting close to the topping out here, and once you're done, you're gonna just take a right, and Whale Peak summit is pretty much right there. As I'm trying to distract my calves from burning like a fire, let's talk about gear for this hike real quick. So ice axe, mountain tool, whatever, you're gonna want one of those. Crampons for sure. Avalanche kit is definitely recommended as well, especially if you're not coming here in the spring. Helmet, you don't need this weird unicorn, that's not part of the deal. And then yeah, snowshoes for sure, unless you have a Splitboard or skis, because the way out, it's going to be post-hole city. That's the main gear for this one. It's not super technical. You don't need a second tool. You can bring one if it makes you feel better, but I'm absolutely having no problem right now with mine. In terms of boots today, I am just rocking my snowboard boots with the crampons on. Certainly an option, but if you are going to be skiing this, not skiing this, I mean, you should have mountaineering boots that take crampons. For all virtual Sherpa gear, stickers to help support the channel, for everything I'm using today, you can shop the links in the description of this video. And I realize now I probably look like one of these guys, but I can't correct it because my helmet's pushing down, so oh well. This is the portion of the climb that's just making your calves diesel. Calf burner times a million. Whew. This is how you know I'm slow. Nick is coming down already. Probably like had a full breakfast at the top. The clock is ticking because snow's getting warm, so it's gonna be a very quick tag of the summit and then transitioning to boarding and heading down here. One last look down here before top out. Very straightforward climb, not super technical, not super steep. Snow is nice today. It has a little bite to it the higher you get, but a great booter here, so thank you whoever put this in. Topping out of the whale's tail, just gonna head up and tag the summit. Look at these views, wow. This is a quick look at the ridge, southwest ridge here. You can take this if you don't want to snowboard or glissade or down climb the whale's tail. For now, just gonna go quickly tag the summit here and get out of here before it gets too warm. Great views of the 10-mile range, Gore range. Beautiful up here, and almost no wind. Summit of Whale Peak, 13 and change here. Beautiful, beautiful. Not gonna spend any time on the summit because I gotta get going before it gets too warm, but an awesome little climb, and yeah, we'll give you some views on the way down of me snowboarding in the tail. So from car to summit, just about 4.6 miles. We parked right at the basically road split. We didn't get to the upper trailhead. Down from the Couloir now. Didn't fly my drone at all because I had someone chirping me and I wanted to be respectful for them. So unfortunately for you guys, no drone. It was really good descent. The top was a bit choppy, so I was taking it pretty easy up there. And then as I got you know, a little bit lower and felt the snow being stable, it just was an awesome ride down. So from this point out, obviously we have like 2.5-3 miles back to the car. But yeah, this is gonna wrap up Whale's Tail here, Whale Peak, Whale's Tail, Couloir. Yeah, I wouldn't bring dogs on this. Couloirs in general, I wouldn't bring dogs, honestly. It just kind of seems stupid to me. If you didn't want to come down the Couloir here, you can either go this way. This is the way I'd recommend, down here and then finding somewhere kind of there. We did see people walk off this way as well, but I wouldn't recommend that because there are some cornices over here and these slopes can be prone to sliding as well. So yeah, it's gonna wrap up my video here of Whale's Tail of Whale's Peak. For a full trail guide of this 13er, you can check the links in the description below. If you're new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe and then bell button not to miss any future hike related content. I do Colorado Couloir reviews, 13ers, 14ers, and much more. So just stay tuned, excited for what I have planned the rest of the year. As always, thank you very much for watching. We'll see you on the next adventure. Awesome. So everybody thinks the reality of backcountry is one solid line down the mountain, but this is more like it, where you're stopping, ratcheting, stopping, ratcheting. So it's awesome, don't get me wrong, but I think this is more of the reality than maybe some people think.